good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hoosiers will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Kennesaw State's offense will have the ball first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. Williams will pass. He'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They punt it away on 4th down. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Hoosiers offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Gets rid of it. Quickly complete. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They're going back to the ground. Inside the 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Williams looking for a man. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Bennett. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. On the move, it's Bennett. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. Quarterback got it himself. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
With the catch, it's Bennett. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying to wide open spaces. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. The give on the inside. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Hand off from the shotgun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And they failed to hook up on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And it slips just inside that right upright. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the ground, it's Hemby. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Lets it fly. Makes a grab down the middle. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Indiana. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground off right tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Williams will pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Timeout. The defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? There he goes! Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Man, these slant routes you throw them quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time, he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Williams looking for a man. Snagged out of the air. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Moss. Turning on the Jets. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Makes the grab. It's Bullock. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They'll try to pick up this third down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll keep it himself, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Nice move to keep running. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot inbounds.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Quickly out to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Gets it out quickly. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And the Hoosiers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Williams will pass. Steps away to find some room. He's loose. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The play action fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Got it behind the line. It's Cooper. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
The Hoosiers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Got his man. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you've got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
And the Hoosiers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Beebe. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal coming up. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the D.
The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's third and goal again from the 2. They'll try to run it in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
A lot of times you know on third down, in the red zone, you know exactly what you're going to do the next play. You got to the 1. Now it's fourth down. This situation is what you wanted. Go after it. Go for it.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on fourth and goal from the 1. Tight end now in motion. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Moss. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, and lets it go. Got a man, it's Moss. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
So now it's 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Flushed out of the pocket. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Unloads quickly. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Unleashes one deep. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one.